alive. I haven't done one of these in a while. How's it going, my friend? I hope you're doing amazing. I'm doing so amazing, and I'm here doing a live after a long time to really teach you about what the title of this live is, which is the most important thing to becoming a six-figure coach. Okay, now I'm really excited because this is the thing that I've been talking about forever, but I'm going to tell you again because I know you need to hear it. I know every time you hear it differently, it's going to impact you differently, and that's what I want. I want you to succeed. I want you to be able to make a ton of money. I'm so excited. I'm talking so fast. And I want you to be able to help as many people as possible, right? I know you're here because contribution is the thing that makes us feel the best. But if you're broke, you need money, right? You need money first, so that you can actually contribute in the way you want to. You need money, whether that's 10K a month, 20K a month, or more, whatever that is for you, to be able to not be in stress and survival mode. Let's be real. If you're struggling financially, you're always in stress, you're always in survival mode. And so we want to get you out of that. We want you to have a six-figure coaching business that allows you to finally take a breath of fresh air, have some peace of mind, be able to think about your life and your business in other ways. Okay, so I'm going to tell you my secret, what I've done to not only make my first 10K a month, my first 100K in 8.5 months when I went all in and really launched, and then so much more beyond that, right? Since then, we've helped over 200 coaches create six-figure businesses from scratch and much more. And so I'm really, really excited to share this with you. I was actually even more excited before I had this coffee right here. No offense to the company there. But someone was stopping by and they asked me if I want something from here. I'm not going to mention the name, But I said, yeah, pick me up one of their frosty caramel coffee drinks, right? I'm on a strict nutrition plan right now, but I was like, go ahead and pick me one up. And I think instead of the caramel, they just got me the plain coffee one. You can see how dark it is. Not a fun taste in my mouth. Okay, was not caramel goodness, was not the sugary sweetness I wanted, but we're gonna make do if I ever finish it because it's so full. I'm probably not gonna drink it at all. So before I had that, I was even more excited, but it's okay. I'm excited now to be here. Okay, so what I want you to really think about is what is the most important thing to making a six-figure coach. Ask yourself that question. Is it having the right strategy? Is it having the right offer? Is it having enough leads? Is it posting amazing content? Is it being confident in yourself so you can show up in posts and videos? Is it having a great coaching program in general? What is it? What is it that you think creates an important, a great way to create six figures, right? What do you think allows you? What's the most important thing that will allow you to have that coaching business that you want? Think about it, right? Most of you will say some of the answers that I said above, okay? But I'm here to tell you that's not what it is. That is not what it is. It's none of those things, okay? All those things can be important, but that's not exactly what I'm talking about here, okay? In this training, what I'm going to tell you is something I mentioned many, many times before. The most important thing to becoming a six-figure coach is being a six-figure coach before you become one. Wait, what? What did he just say? Being a six-figure coach before you become one. And by being, I mean thinking as if and acting as if. Those two things. Okay? That is how you are being one. So basically, I mean imagining that you are, pretending that you are. Okay? Use whatever word you want to use. There are infinite versions of you that exist right now. Okay? If you're on the spiritual side of things, right? Then you can perceive that, okay, there's infinite realities. And so if there's infinite realities that exist for me spiritually, there's a reality where I'm a six-figure coach. And so essentially what you're doing when you're being a six-figure coach is you're just selecting that reality and you're going to be that version of yourself. If you're more on the scientific side, you might call it quantum physics, right? Again, infinite realities, you're picking one that's possible, okay? And so that's really what it comes down to, because when I started being a six-figure coach, when I started asking myself, if I was a six-figure coach now, how would he think? How would he act? How would he show up differently? What would his schedule look like? What would he care about? What would he not care about? How would he show up for his business, for the world? That's when things started shifting like crazy, right? I started to manifest so many results. A lot of people, some of you, if you've been following me for a while, know my older story from 4 or 5 years ago when I started. A lot of people think that I had won some awards from Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, was flown out to Scottsdale. Some of you guys know, if you're new, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Pay attention anyway, it's important. And they think because of that, I was able to become much more successful really quickly. That's not the case, right? I had won those awards after I had launched. I had won those awards after I decided to be the six-figure coach. I was thinking and acting as if I was a nobody in these communities, a nobody, just a beginner starting off like everyone else. But what I was doing was I was being the six-figure coach that I wanted to be. I was being him before I was him. And that's a difficult thing to do in the beginning. It is uncomfortable. But you know what's more comfortable? Being in the same place. Not being a six-figure coach. Not making your wildest dreams come true. And so I was willing to go through the discomfort of change, of being a newer version of myself as much as I could. Right? And by doing that, I was able to show up in ways that where I didn't feel I was making a lot of effort. On the outside, a lot of people thought, man, he must be working like crazy. He must be putting in a lot of effort. He's working his ass off. I've heard all those terms. And I'd be like, what? What are you talking about? Because for me, it seemed like the most effortless thing I've done. Because when I was being that version of myself, the energy was just coming. It was inspired action. And that's what I want for all of you. I'm not saying there wasn't work involved. I'm not saying that there weren't parts of it that were uncomfortable. Of course there were. I'm always going to be super real with you. But I always tell this to my clients, I feel like 80-90% of it was effortless. And it was because I was being that version of myself. The strategy I didn't matter. How I chose to get there, the vehicles, none of it mattered. When you're being the version of you who already has the desired result you want, you're going to figure it out. The ideas will come to you. The universe will move 8 billion people around in the world if it has to for you to get what you want. When you have decided that is what you are. That is what you have. That is how you manifest things. Okay? And so that's the most important thing for you to know. When I started showing up that way, things started to line up. I started to get customers, started to get paid, started to get noticed by people. After that, I was asked to be interviewed. After that, I was awarded. After that, of course, a lot more people found out about me, and it just helped everything else I was doing. Okay? And so I just wanted to clarify that because I think sometimes what we see, whether you're new to me or not, or you've been following me for a while, is like, oh, this person had this opportunity or got this, and that's why they were able to become successful. No. I'm not going a little rant here, okay? That's not true, right? Everything is effort. Everything is conscious. I 100% genuinely believe that. So if it's possible for me or anyone else you look up to be able to achieve the success that we did, it's possible for you too. I'm not a magic unicorn. I'm a man just like you. If you're a woman, I'm a human just like you. Okay? And so that's a really, really important thing for you to remember. All I did to create the results I did of making money in my coaching business, and then all the other amazing things that happen in the coaching communities, of becoming recognized, becoming well-known, winning awards, winning opportunities, becoming a speaker and workshop trainer for Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi at the time, all the wonderful things that were happening when I started off in this journey happened as a result of who I was choosing to be. Okay? That is the main thing. Once you are thinking and acting as if, the ideas will come. And yes, you'll have to follow things. And yes, you have to find a strategy and pick a program to follow or a coach to follow. All of those things need to happen as well. However, if you go backwards, what I found is that it's going to take you much longer to get results if you ever get results at all. So don't do it backwards, man. Don't do it backwards. First, be the version of yourself you want to be. Be that six-figure coach now. And again, when I say that, people ask, what does that mean? It means you think as that version, you act as that version. So in your own mind, close your eyes and visualize what would that version of you look like. Okay? And so some of you are doing beyond six figures. Add in anything else, multiple, 6, 7, whatever that is number is for you, okay? But you want to visualize how would that person look, behave, think, act, show up. What would they do differently, right? For me, it was the way I showed up on video, it was the way I dressed up, right? My hair, my beard, right? It was a lot of stuff that put me in that state. I'm not saying you have to do what I did. Do it the way you want to do. You don't have to follow me to the T. I'm here to help you help yourself so you can create your own version of that. You have to ask yourself, who is that version? Spend some time there. Write down notes of what that version of you would be thinking and doing differently from what you're thinking and doing now. Remember, your thoughts create your reality, right? And then your actions help you create the rest of it, right? And so you want to constantly be asking yourself, what am I thinking now that I don't even realize I'm thinking that's preventing me from being a six-figure coach? Literally making 10K a month or more. Ask yourself that question. Then change that thought. Choose another thought. You know what a good thought is? You know what a good affirmation is? I'm a six-figure coach. Literally. That's one of the fastest ways you can become a six-figure coach. I'm a six-figure coach. Literally, even if you don't believe it, even if it feels terrible in the beginning, the more and more you say that, the more and more you say that throughout the day, think it throughout the day, you pick a time to affirm that if you want to for a few minutes. If you meditate, if you pray, do it however you want to do it, okay? I give you all the different ways in my coaching program. I coach you in there as well for you to come up with your own methods for it. And I give you my methods, but generally speaking, just think the thought, okay? And then act as if. So what would that version of you do? One of the main distinctions that you need to really think about is once you are being that version of yourself, if you were imagining that you were that six-figure coach, right, means you are that version of yourself, and now you need to go out in the real world of 3D and create the 10K a month. Ask yourself, as that version of you, who's already a six-figure coach, what would he or she need to do to make 10K a month? I'm telling you, instantly the ideas will come. Things that you kind of knew that were back of your mind will constantly start to flow out. And you'll see how simple it was. I'm not saying it's always going to be easy, but you'll see how simple it was, right? I was coaching one of my clients the other day, and she was kind of stuck on how to get more sales. And so I did this exercise with her. You know, if you're already a six-figure coach right now, let's just go there for a minute, right? She's already had that success. She thinks and acts like her. But then now in the 3D, again, you're dropped into this body as her, and now you have to make 10K this month, or you have to get some sales this month. What's the first thing you would do? The fastest, easiest way to get those sales? And instantly a new answer came to her. She knew exactly what to do, right? And she had never thought of that before because she was trying to do all these other new things. And so that's why this is so powerful, because when you are choosing to be the six-figure coach version of yourself, the ideas, the inspiration, the actions, all of it will come much easier. And the other reason why this is so important is because if you're not practicing being that version of you, which means you'll eventually become it, because a belief is just a thought you think over and over again. So the more you think something, eventually you'll believe it. It'll become ingrained within you. It'll become a part of your subconscious. It'll become a part of your identity and how you show up. And it'll continue manifesting that result for the rest of your life, right? And from there, it'll improve and get better and better. But really, the reason why that's so important is because some of you may make a sale or two. Some of you may make 10K a month, 20K a month. And then you may have a month where you make zero. Okay? Some of it may have to do with action or inaction, but you know what it really has to do with? It's because you didn't work on our identity. You did not work on being that six-figure coach consistently internally. You did not internalize it. You didn't identify as that. Because if you did, if that was your minimum baseline standard, you would find a way. Your brain would find a way to also make 10K a month the next month. It just would. I am telling you, I don't care if you believe in the law of attraction or the law of assumption or whatever it is. I don't care what you believe in, okay? It's all true, by the way. I believe in all of it, okay? But when I start to believe that I am a version of myself who makes this much, who does this much, who contributes this much in my business. When I'm being that version, people show up. Literally, people I haven't heard from in years will show up in my sales cycle, buy my products, or they'll send me a DM or message me, get on a call with me, and pay high ticket. Sales and money will come in from unexpected ways. How is that possible? The only explanation is because I am choosing to be that version. And so because I'm being that version internally, my outer reality has to reflect that. How much or how little work you're going to have to do, which first of all, we should want to do because that's why we're doing this, right? You want to get your hands dirty and take action and do the work. That's where the fun lies. But how much or how little you have to do and how hard or easy it is comes down to the resistance you're going to have based on where you are now and where you're headed, right? So if you have a lot of resistance on becoming a six-figure coach, you might need to put in a little bit more effort in the beginning. That's totally fine, because I promise you, every single time it's going to be worth it when you make the money and you help the clients. Every single time. Every single time. Okay? So, what I want you to take away from this, if nothing else, is from now on, from this moment forward, you are going to identify as a six-figure coach. Put any number you want on there, all right? But for those of you who want to make your first 10K a month or more, I am a six-figure coach. You start being that version of yourself now. You can do it throughout the day, but for sure when you're thinking about your business and when you're working on your business. If you have a thought randomly throughout the day at nighttime when you're watching a show, let's say you're out and you have that random negative thought that comes up about how you're not making any sales, or how your business isn't doing well, or how you're stuck again, or how you're in the same place, immediately flip it. Say delete. I delete that thought. The new thought I'm going to think is, no, I'm a six-figure coach. The Salulu is to be Delulu. Okay? You literally have to create a new thought which creates a new reality. This is how everything works, by the way. Anytime you wanted to get a degree, a certification, a new job, you had a thought about getting it. And then you thought, okay, in order to get that, I'm going to have to do this. Now I'm going to have to apply. And I'm going to have to go to school. Those were all thoughts you had. It's just other people had given you a curriculum, a syllabus to follow. And so it's easier for you to think those thoughts. Easier for you to go step by step. And, oh, I need to think this and then do this. And business can be a little crazy sometimes. It can be a little chaotic. It can be a little tough because you're not given an exact syllabus. It may be different for every single one of you based on where you are, right? But it doesn't have to be that way. The most important thing is to make sure that you start off checking in with yourself on who you're identifying as. I promise you, this is going to be the fastest way that helps you start making money as a coach today, okay? And if you need further help, and you personally want to work with me in my six-figure coaching program, right now we're offering a 6-month program where you get my entire process of helping you make 10K a month or more. Okay? I don't care if you're a beginner. I don't care if you're someone who's already made money as a coach. We have helped all sorts of people make 10K a month or more. Many of my students have gone on to making way more. You've seen all the testimonials for years here. Okay? But my process will help you do that. In addition, you get unlimited Q&A with me and my six-figure coaches. You get coaching calls, weekly group coaching calls with me and my six-figure coaches. And most importantly, more than what you get, which is, of course, exciting. Most importantly, we guarantee when you use our process that you will get qualified leads, which means people who are interested in working with you and people who have money to pay you. Not only that, we also help you set up all the automation. We help you set up all the tech. And I hate tech, okay? I don't want to deal with it. I really don't want to, okay? Which is why for the first several years of my business, I barely used any tech, all right? And so we show you both ways. We show you how to get started without using any tech, but then we also show you how to eventually graduate into using some automation to make your life easier, to save you time, okay? because it's something we should all be taking advantage of. But it can be scary and overwhelming if you don't know what you're doing. And that's why I break it down for you personally, me and my team, because we know you. We know what you need. We know how simplistic you need things to be, just like I need them to be. Because if they're not simple, if things are complex, I'm never going to execute on it. I'm never going to take action. I'm going to get stuck and quit. And then try to find another program that can help me. And so this program is not like that. All right? Our new 6-figure coaching program has every single thing you need to create a 10K a month or more coaching or online service business. Some of you are consultants. We have people all over in every industry, right? Not necessarily coaches. It's primarily for coaches, but we have people in the real estate industry. We have people in the medical industry. We have attorneys. We have all sorts of service providers, okay? So we can help you. If you're curious about how we can help you, and if you're interested about getting more information on how you can get into 6-figure coaching, what it's about, what it entails, and all the other good things, go ahead and comment 6 on this live. The number 6, 6-figure coaching. And I'll be happy to send you more information. Okay? I'll send you everything you need so you can check out all the info and learn about it. And you'll also probably get a chance to speak with me personally so I can talk to you more about the program, let you know whether or not I can help you, if you qualify, and if I personally believe it's going to be the process and the path to help you get to 6 figures, which most likely, if you've been watching till now, it probably is. All right? So go ahead and reply 6 below if you're interested in learning more about how 6-figure coaching can help you become a 6-figure coach. Okay? All right. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Again, I haven't done it live in a while. I'm going to take a sip of this bitter cold coffee drink again and get on with my day. Hope you guys have a beautiful day or night. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next live or video. Lots of love.